Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Julie, and if this is your first time joining us, this channel is all about interior design tips, helpful home hacks, indoor plant care, feng shui tips and tricks, and the occasional DIY. Today's video has been highly requested. It is apartment decorating tips and tricks that are all renter friendly. This video is all of my designer tips on easy ways to upgrade your rental. It's all of my favorite reversible designer tips so you can get 100% of your security deposit back. This video is also for those who can't commit or you're simply looking to make minor upgrades to your house. Before we jump right into it, I would love for you guys to take a second to give this video a like and a thumbs up. That will let YouTube know that you're interested in interior design tips just like this. Comment below to join in on our design discussion, and subscribe to my channel if you want interior design tips delivered to your weekly feed. Let's start with the living room. I'm sure you guys have seen all of those peel and stick wallpapers, the temporary wallpapers that you can put on your wall and then easily remove. You're probably wondering, does it work? They absolutely do work, and not only do they work, they come in so many different options, whether you're looking for a wall-to-wall mural or something geometric. They even offer peel and stick wallpaper that looks like little subway tiles, or if you're looking for something a little bit more graphic, there really are endless possibilities from multiple vendors. If you're looking for something with a little bit more texture and depth, you can also DIY removable fabric walls. It's so simple to do. Basically, you just get liquid starch, you put it out in a paint tray, and with a foam roller, you'll be applying the fabric directly onto your walls and rolling it right on. It works the same way as a peel and stick wallpaper, where once you get to the edges, you simply just have to trim it off with a box cutter or scissors. The great thing about fabric walls is that it's super durable. It dries overnight, and once it's dried, it almost feels like a canvas. At the end of your lease, it'll be so easy to remove. All you do is just start peeling it right off the walls. And if there's a little residue left over, all you need is hot water and a sponge, and you can just wipe it right off. Another upgrade for rentals I love is simply updating your window treatments. You might know from previous videos that I love to layer my window treatments. I love a soft gauzy sheer over blackout panels. Don't worry if you have blinds already in place. You could easily pull the blinds right up and then layer the treatments right over it. If you're willing to swap out the blinds for something a little bit more textured, I love bamboo blinds or linen Roman shades. It's a quick fix, but it makes a world of difference visually. Instead of floating shelves, why don't you try a long picture rail? I love the multiple functionality of a picture rail. You could use it for your photos, your frames, you can use it for books, and even as a little caddy for your nail polish. There are so many different ways you could use it. The longer you get, the more options you have. If you caught my previous video on area rugs, you'll know that I love to use area rugs to define a space. Don't worry if your rental apartment already has carpet, you can layer the area rug right over the carpet as long as it's a short pile. Moving on to the kitchen. I filmed a series with Taste Made Home called Living with Repurpose. In these videos, we collaborated on so many different spaces, but one of my favorites to make over was this kitchen. Not only was it a complete transformation from the ground up, but one of my favorite features was this DIY kitchen accent wall. Most landlords will allow you to paint a room, but a lot of people don't want to invest all that time, effort, energy, and money. A quick fix around that would be to paint a portion of the wall exactly like we did in this kitchen project. I simply used painter's tape to mark out a large rectangle shape on the wall. I then installed wire baskets, little wood boxes. You can use it to house a bottle opener, even a DIY wine rack. Everything is pretty much screwed right into the accent wall and can also be reused and repurposed for your future home. Bad kitchen floor? No problem. You can purchase vinyl sticky mats to lay right over the floor. It also works for bathrooms, entries, even walls, anywhere where you're trying to disguise really old, horrible looking tile. Think about swapping out your cabinet knobs and upgrading them. They are the one thing in the apartment that you touch every day. You can also upgrade your kitchen faucet. It's so easy to swap out yourself. Just think about purchasing a finish that you could repurpose in your future home. Aside from that accent wall in the kitchen, I think one of the upgrades that made such a huge impact was the backsplash. I had purchased these vinyl placemats in a really graphic plaid pattern. I used spray adhesive to apply it directly onto the walls, and then all of a sudden you have this instant new backsplash. It's also super easy to remove. You just peel it right off with a sponge and hot water. But if that seems like it's a little bit too much work for you, they also make removable tile backsplashes. The biggest impact you can make in a bedroom is the bed. Think about upgrading your bed to an upholstered paneled headboard. Look for something tall if you want it to span the vertical height of the wall. That way you won't even have to put artwork on the walls, as it already fills up that space. You could add really cool LED light strips in your closet to light up your clothes and accessories. Bonus points for being able to use that in the kitchen under cabinets as well. In my home, I actually have all of my lights on dimmers. It's especially a smart move for the bedroom, so you can control the mood in there. Rental apartments usually have teeny tiny bathrooms that lack storage. I love to use wicker baskets for storage. Not only do they add texture in the space, but you can also use it as a catch-all caddy for virtually any other room in the home. If you hate the look of the shower tile or the bathtub, you can install a tension rod without damaging the tile and put a really beautiful shower curtain in front of it. If you want that luxe spa feeling, you can also change out the shower head to a rain shower or handheld spray. It's really simple to upgrade your vanity lights to something new. You definitely want to make sure that there's no clause in the lease agreement that the landlord doesn't let you mess with wiring. But if this is something that you're willing to endeavor, there are so many YouTube videos out there, and even I learned how to swap out a vanity light in less than 10 minutes. Overhead lighting is not the best in apartments. I'm sure we can all agree to that, which is why I love the look of layered lighting in a room. You can place a floor lamp in a dark corner or flank table lamps on a sofa table. There are so many ways to add brightness to the home and make you feel uplifted as well. And my go-to tip for decorating is just add plants. We all know how much indoor plants can affect your well-being and your mindset. I feel so much better living amongst my jungalow, especially in cramped quarters where I feel like I want to bring the outside in. Plants really just lift up my spirits, and especially with the COVID area that we're in, I have all the time in the world to take care of my plant babies. Of course, you also want to invest in really cool planters like hanging ones or these mid-century types that I found. I linked all the products I talked about in the description box below so that you guys can shop the look. Because of the fact that you'll eventually vacate the rental apartment you're living in, I know you guys feel as though you don't want to make a huge investment into your space. Sometimes it's really difficult to justify spending a specific amount on design or decor, but I look at it like it's an investment into yourself, not necessarily your home. When you're shopping these decor and design items, think about how you can reuse it and repurpose it in your forever home. When you do spend the money, think long term. Quality materials, handmade decor, sentimental items that you can take with you, or even pieces you know you can absolutely rework in your new space. I want you to think about it as an investment to yourself, not merely an investment in a temporary space. Imagine if you're renting for the next 10 years. Are you gonna wait another 10 years before you decide that, yes, I am worth really fabulous interior design. I am worth this home decor piece that makes me so happy. It might just feel practical for the right now, but to me, that is in no way inspiring. You are worth it. You are worth that amazing bed that you know you're gonna take with you to your new house. Or you're worth this really fabulous rug that feels really soft and cushy underfoot. Remember that these are key investments that you're making not only towards the interior design, but for your well-being and your mental health. Being surrounded by things you love just makes you feel really good, and you wake up inspired every day. Overall, just have fun with it. Your rental can serve as a little design lab for you to experiment with finishes, decor, accessories, pretty much what not to do and what you're over with. By the time you move on to your forever home, you'll be less likely to make those mistakes. I had such a great time talking to you guys about my renter-friendly tips for apartment decorating. If you like this type of content, please give this video a thumbs up, comment below, and let me know if you're willing to try any of these tips in your own apartment. And of course, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.